So you can see it's a Craftsman 2. It's a 13 horsepower IC Gold with a Briggs & Stratton 42-inch cut. The customer got this with his house. When he bought the used house, he ended up with the used lawnmower. I have serviced this about 2 years ago. It ran perfect then. Okay, there's the motor. I'm going to start it up here in a minute and let you hear it. First thing I noticed when I looked at it, it does have oil in it, but this bolt right here that comes up from the bottom was hanging down, and I thought that's where the oil leak was, but then actually the oil leak's on down underneath it. I'm probably going to have to pull the engine out to get to those bolts, and I may have to even replace the gasket under there. I can't tell. It makes so much noise I can't tell whether it's real rot or not. Alright, I had to charge up this battery a little bit before I could go any further. I'm going to go ahead and start this up just for a few seconds so you can hear it, see what I'm talking about. I don't know if you noticed it when it first started, how much it shook and how loud it was. Everything's coming loose on this motor. So before it tears itself up, I'm going to see if I can fix it. I'll get back with you as soon as I get it partially torn apart. All I've really done to this thing is check it out and tighten down the 4 mounting bolts on the bottom of the engine. Takes a 9/16 socket, and it sounds a lot better. At least I don't think the engine's blown, but it sure smokes a lot. So we'll see what the customer wants to do with this thing. When I got on this side, I noticed that the deck has got a big hole in it, and I also seen where it's been patched years ago, and now it's rusted out there, way back in there. Also noticed that the blades were worn out. I'll pick it up and show you what I'm talking about. They could still mow with it, but not a whole season. See how it's so thin that it's starting to make a groove there? This thing won't last a season. There's some more blades. So even if the motor isn't blown, which I don't think it is, but with all the labor and parts, we're looking at least $350 to patch all this up. And then you got the patch. So I'm going to tell the customer and see what they want to do. Run the numbers on it, see how old it is. I think it's pretty old. I'd say in the 90s. So it's at least 20 years old. And then I'll contact the customer, see if they want to put that kind of money in it. Took the hood off. First thing I noticed is there was some sticks sticking out of here. You can see there's probably stuck up on top of the head. But we'll see. So I'm going to go ahead and disconnect all the wires. This has a remote solenoid going to the starter, so the only way this wire will get hot is this relay back here kicks in, so I can just take this off. It's only finger tight. Thing is shaking itself apart, and this should be dead. Touch it for a second. See, it's dead. You can see there's oil everywhere on it. Disconnect these wires. They're all quick disconnects, thank goodness. And none of them appear to be identical, so I don't have to mark them. There's like 4 connectors here. Okay, you get the idea. I'm going to go ahead and take that loose and check it out. You can see I got it blocked and jacked up and blocked, so I can get underneath there and see what I have to do to get that motor off. I'm thinking I'm probably going to have to pull off that bottom pulley, but I'm not sure about that. Some of them have a big enough hole, but we'll see. Well, I got under there. I was getting ready to take it apart, and when you jack up something, you see things you don't normally see. You can see that right there. There's a crack in the frame, so that's going to have to be welded. I'm going to go ahead and put this bushing kit on this tractor. It's the last thing I have to do to this before I get rid of it. It's part number 532155106. I think it cost $10 altogether with shipping. I got it on Amazon. Actually, I can buy things on Amazon cheaper if I just have to buy one of them than I can through my supplier. So keep that in mind. On this Craftsman, I'm going to have to pop this off right here, and then take out a bolt, pull this off, pull off this collar right here, and underneath there is this bushing. Once I get it off, I'll show you. It's not much to it really. Okay, I took this off. See, it's just got little grippers in there that pop off. And I'll take a 9/16 to this and pull the steering wheel off. I'm just going to pull the steering wheel right off. Pull this collar off. And that's the piece right there. It's got 2 screws holding it. It's cracked. What it looks like underneath. See, without a support, it just wiggles around. There's the new piece and the old piece. You'll notice that they beefed it up a little bit, make it a little bit stronger, so it should last. The little rib they put on it to make it stronger. Okay, I got it screwed back in there. It came with 2 new screws. I tried to use the old ones and they wouldn't fit now. So you have to use the new screws. Got all the slop out of it. I'll just put it back together. It was flopping around. Now it's nice and tight. These icy gold Craftsmans were really good. This is a Craftsman 2. Good mowers. Not much plastic on them. You notice the one thing I'm fixing here is plastic. The seat's getting a little worn, but hey, it's old. This is a 1994. This is 2017, so that gives you the idea that it's over 20 years old. They were good mowers. This one still is. Got a 42-inch deck. It's one of my favorite sizes. They only have 2 blades. They go through gates. Six-speed transmission. Battery is easily accessible.